Hello, crafty lovelies. I'm Leanie. Let's start crafting and make it till our eyes smile. That's what I like to say. I hope you subscribe and click the bell, and don't forget hit all so you're notified every time I upload a new video. You can also visit me on my social media at Krafty Leanie. In today's video, we'll be making a 14-inch Deco Mesh Valentine's wreath. It's an easy one, so let's get started. We're going to begin by using a 14-inch wire wreath form from the Dollar Tree. I was really inspired to make this wreath by this cute little gnome that I found also at the Dollar Tree. I really fell in love with the sweater hat, so soft, and then that cute heart accent. Love it! And the little arms with the stripes. I mean, come on. Adorable, right? So cute. Well, I also found at Hobby Lobby, they were 40% off these little wood rounds. They were like $2.99, something like that. See? And I love the little stripes on the background of Love You. It just kind of matched this arm on the little gnome, right? So cute. I know, I always say right. Okay, I know. I'll work on it. But I love it. And then the ribbons I chose also came from Hobby Lobby. I really thought these were fun, and they were just perfect for the colors and the wreath we're going to be making. So I went with these, and I love that they had little polka dots, and some had little, the squares, like the checkers and the stripes. When I'm choosing ribbons, I always try to go with what's going to match the theme we're doing in the wreath, and what's, makes your eyes smile, right? That's what it's about. And then the Deco Mesh, 5 yards, 6 inches from the Dollar Tree. I believe I used 3 rolls of each color. I'll list everything in my description box for you, so it's easier to see all the supplies I used to make this wreath. We're also going to be using this 8-inch cutting board that I get at the Dollar Tree. I love this. You'll see me use this cutting board a lot when I'm cutting my mesh. I always make sure the end is cut evenly on my roll of Deco Mesh when I get started. I flush it to the one side of the cutting board on the edge, and then I just start wrapping it around the cutting board, and I keep doing this. And I'm going to do this to all my Deco Mesh rolls on all the colors. I just keep flipping, and you hold it tight as you're rolling until you get to the end of the roll. Here, I use my rotary cutter just to get a straight edge cut. You can also use your scissors. I take my scissors and I cut each end of the Deco Mesh where it's wrapped on each edge of the cutting board. Make sure when you're doing this that you hold it tightly in the center, just so it doesn't move anywhere. It stays in place as you're cutting. Now I'm going to take some pipe cleaners or Chanel stems, whichever you want to call them, and I'm just going to fold them in half, and I'm going to cut them straight in the middle, and it gives me quite a bit to use. Now I'm ready to start making the bundles. Now this is really easy right here. Your Deco Mesh already has a memory of rolling itself. See how it wants to go its own direction? Well, I'm not going to work against it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of each color, and I'm just going to roll it in the direction that it already wants to roll. And I'm going to do that to all 3 colors. See how simple? Pinch in the middle, and then I'm going to grab the other one, put it in an X form, and then I put one straight in the center, and I pinch them. I then grab a Chanel stem, pipe cleaner, whatever you want to call them, and then I just wrap it in the middle and twist. See how I twist tightly? And there's our first little roll bundle. Look at that. Simple, right? We're going to make a bunch of these, so let's do it one more time. We're going to roll it to the direction it already wants to roll. Simple, and you just roll it. And then we're going to squeeze tightly in the center. And where I roll it, where it ends, see where it's on the outside? I put those in the back. So when I'm adding it to my wreath, you're just going to get the front part. And there we have it. And we just make a bunch of these. Simple. When you put them all together, look at how nice. They look so pretty. So now I'm going to make a bunch of them so I can put them on our wreath. So now it's time to work with our wire wreath form. They come in sections. We have crossbars that divide the sections. And then we have our 4 wire rings. We're going to be using the 2 inner rings and the 2 outer rings. So when I'm explaining and say 2 inner rings or 2 outer rings or the 2 center rings, you know what I mean. Now we're going to begin by adding our anchor bundle. And I'm going to add it to first the crossbar. And I use the 2nd inner ring. Put it around the crossbar. I twist it tightly. And then I just tuck it right into the back. So then it doesn't go anywhere and it holds the bundles in their sections in place. Now we're going to take another bundle and we're going to use the inner 2 rings. 1, 2 from the inner of the circle of the ring. And we're going to put them on 2 of the bars around it. And we're going to twist tightly and tuck. Now I'm going to push it together just to see how many. I always like to do this. And oh my goodness, is it going to look pretty? So I push them closer. And now it's time to add my other bundle. And this time I'm putting them on the outer 2 rings. The same thing, outer 2 rings. We put them around the 2 bars. And then we're going to grab our pipe cleaner, our Chanel stems, and we're going to twist it tightly. Now that it's in place, I push it with the other bundles, against the other bundles. See, and I just keep doing this. As you do it, you can kind of entwine them, but I usually kind of first take a look how it's coming out, and then if I'm happy with it, my eyes are smiling, now I continue. Yes, it's going to have little frays, and what you do is you can give them haircuts. I usually like to do this after I'm done with the whole entire wreath, or you can do it as you're adding, and you could just give it a little haircut. But it's usually easier when it's all done to do that. So now we're just going to follow the same patterns in a zigzag. We have one on the anchor, we have one in the first 2 bars, and then we go down to the second 2 outer bars. Then we go back to the inner 2 bars and then back to the outer 2 bars. We're going to go inner, outer, and then one in the center crossbar. It's a really simple pattern to follow along through the whole entire wreath. Once our wreath is completely full, I'm going to put it aside and it's time to make our big bow. I'm going to do the tails to 6 inches and then I pinch and then I go 10 inches to make 5-inch loops for my bow. I'm going to bring it together, pinch. If it's only a one-sided bow, twist it in the center with your fingers and hold very tightly as you're going along. I do another 10 inches for another 5-inch loop, twist, and bring my tail to another 6 inches. I then cut my tail. As I'm pinching the center, I grab me a Chanel stem, pipe cleaner, and then I put it in the center and twist tightly behind my bow. I'm going to do 2 bows in this size for this bow. Well, I hope you're enjoying so far what we're making. I hope you subscribe and click the bell. And don't forget, hit all so you're notified every time I upload a video. I like to make a lot of wreaths and a few other DIYs here and there. So let's start crafting and make it till our eyes smile. Now I'm taking my bow and see where the pipe cleaner is? I take the back part, put it in front of the other bow, twist it tightly in the back of the other one, and now I had connected them. Simple connecting these bows. I'm going to fluff it out a little bit and twist it just to see how it's laying, if it's laying right, or if I have to adjust it. But I think I'm pretty happy with it. My eyes were smiling. So now I'm getting the smaller bows that I'm adding to this bow. bow. Okay, I go 6 inches tails, but this time for the loops for my bow, I'm making them 9 inches. And then those are my loops. And then the tail, another 6 inches. I'm going to make 2 of these smaller bows, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get the pipe cleaner and add it to the center of the bows and then keep twisting. And then I add them all together by twisting them one by one. I hope it makes sense. I confuse myself sometimes. Well, now that my bow is put together and I'm happy with it, my eyes are smiling, I got my tails and I'm just going to cut them into ducktails. By that, I'm just going to fold it over, angle my scissors from the folded part to the tips where it's added together, and then I cut. And that makes cute little ducktails. Sometimes you can make them ducktails and slanted tails, however you want. But oh, I love that bow. This video is part of Valentine Hearts As Sweet as Candy, hosted by So Kate and co-host Craftecular. You can find the links to the host and playlist in my description box. Happy crafting! Now let's continue by adding our bow. I fill with my fingers and then open up a space between the deco mesh and add the pipe cleaners through to the back of my wreath form. I like to add it to the center 2 rings. I then proceed to trim my pipe cleaner, twist tightly some more, and then tuck. I turn it back around and start fluffing my bow. Yep, I know I go crazy. I like to play with my bow. I know. I could do it forever. But look at how pretty. I'm really happy with it. Now it's time to place our sweet gnome. I love the heart and the little stripes on the arms. So darling. I'm going to check first where I want to put it. And once my eyes were smiling, I've got my hot glue and a pipe cleaner. And I'm just going to add some glue. I was generous with it. To the back of the gnome, cut a piece of ribbon and glued it right on top, just so, it gives it a better, stability and adheres, better. It's not going to go anywhere. So I add some more hot glue on that ribbon just to secure it some more. And I do the same thing to the hat. Careful for your fingers for the hot glue because that ribbon is thin and it went straight through that heat. Yeah. Well, once it was in place, I now added it to my wreath. And by doing that, I'm just going to push those pipe cleaners through the deco mesh to the back where I can secure it on the wreath form. I like to loop. See how I'm looping that pipe cleaner? I loop it around the first bar and I'm going to loop it again on the other side. And then I pull tightly and then I get them both together and twist them tightly together. I hope you can see right there how I did that. Again with the hat, we're going to push those pipe cleaners through. And then I'm going to get the pipe cleaner each side, and I'm going to twist it first around the bar. I get the pipe cleaner, wrap it around the bar, and then I get them both again and twist them tightly and tuck. I just do that just so it's secure better. For me, I like doing that. It's an option. You don't have to. You could just twist it onto the wreath form, but I like twisting it through the bar and then twisting them together. So now it's time to add our little love sign. So cute. The stripes match perfect with the little arms, and I'm looking where I want to place it. I removed the wire off the wood round. I added a generous amount of hot glue, put my pipe cleaner down, and another piece of ribbon, just so, again, it adheres better. Now, after it's sat for a little bit, I always like to let it sit for a couple minutes, just so the glue kind of hardens really good. And then I added it through my Deco Mesh, the pipe cleaners, and then twisted around my wreath form. I put a dab of glue and added my little gnome hand right on top. You can stop here and leave your wreath just as it is. Oh, it's so darling. Or you can go another step further, just like me. I'm going to add between 10 to 11 inches of ribbon. I ducktailed 2 of the ribbons, the one with the pattern of the checkers, and the stripe ones I just did slants. I'm going to make 3 of the checkered with the stripe in the middle. I pinch it in the middle, make sure they're even, and then tie the pipe cleaner, twist the pipe cleaner tightly. Push it through and add it again to my wreath form by twisting and then tucking. And then you open it and flare it out. So cute. I just put them in different spots as to whatever makes your eyes smile and your heart sing. That is where you put them. Or you can follow along and put them exactly where I do. But I just put them wherever, like I say, just different spots. So the other one, bundle of ribbon thingies I made, I call them ribbon thingies. I used the 2 stripe ones with the slant ends, and then one of the checkered ones in the center of that one. So then I'm kind of like going back and forth, just so it gives it a little different look. But oh my goodness, so easy. Once you do it, you're gonna be like, I did this. Have some confidence in yourself. I know you can do it because I have confidence in you. And I know you can make this. If I can, you can. And then just fluff it out. And there you have it. Oh my goodness, is that not sweet? Love it. Well, I hope you enjoyed what I made for you today, crafty lovelies. Please give this video a big thumbs up. I so appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for your kindness. And I love reading all your wonderful, lovely comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was my pleasure crafting with you, crafty lovelies, today. I hope you subscribe, click that bell, and don't forget, hit all so you're notified every time I upload a new video. You can visit me at Crafty on my social media. Hugs, kisses, and fairy dust wishes. Be kind to yourself and others. Stay blessed. I'll see you in my next video.